2 seconds. 2, 1. We might already be live
Three,
as I count.
2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah! We are live!
Yeah!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Prime Time with Taff and Phil show. The New York Jets are doing a fire sale. The NFL trade deadline has commenced. There's a whole lot of craziness. Victor Wembanyama is hacking. Daniel Dimes, we got a vintage performance from him this past Sunday.
Let's go. We love vintage Danny.
We also got vintage Joe Flacco and a crazy loss.
You can't even. Okay, I know we talk vintage. I don't know if you can call it vintage if it's his best, if it's his career high in passing yards. This is new Joe Flacco.
Maybe. He's aging like wine.
Dude, this is like super sped up wine aging because this is what happens when you go from Cleveland to anywhere else. You become a god.
I guess so, man. Same thing with the Jets, but we'll get into that. Before we get into all the football, I have some sad news, which is, I don't know, basically, last week, my grandmother passed away. She was a legend. I know a lot of people say their grandmother is the sweetest lady ever. Nah, literally, my grandmother was like the sweetest lady ever. I'm dealing with it and, figuring it out. She would want me to feel everything that accompanies this, but she wouldn't want it to alter my life. She would want us to continue to have good times and make people smile. So, the one thing you can do for my grandmother, go out, give somebody a compliment. She was a very caring person. But, yes, this episode is dedicated to my grandmother. Wow! What?
You will be missed, Marsha Newsom. You know what? You're probably here right now just watching anyway, so, you're right here. You're with us.
That is true. They definitely have Wi-Fi in heaven or wherever they go.
They probably have some sick recliner chairs, dude.
Mm-hmm.
We're on a big plasma TV right now. When you go to heaven, you watch us. You see us. That's all you see.
There's probably just a TV that only does Prime Time with Taff and Phil reruns.
Exactly. It's the designated Prime Time with Taff and Phil spot. It's where you want to be. It's where you want to be when you pass on, dude. That's where Nick Mangold is right now, too. He's respect, R.I.P. to a legend. He's up there. He's watching Primetime with Taff and Phil. That's probably where Daniel Naroditsky is, too. He's also probably watching us and supporting us as well. Every single person that has ever passed on into the next life is supporting us. Think about that.
Nick Mangold is so stoked that we're live right now. He's been waiting all day for us to talk about the Jets trades that have been happening.
Exactly, dude.
I just want to say, I spoke the Sauce Gardner trade into existence. I mean, maybe
I don't know if you did that.
That might be an overstatement, but I was, I'm happy with the Sauce Gardner trade. Because, I mean, dude, we're 1-7. We're so bad. I don't think Sauce Gardner hates to lose. It seems like he will be more dialed in on a team like the Colts, who are 7-2, than he would be on the New York Jets. We got 2 firsts for him. I think that's a win-win trade for both sides.
I'd even argue the Colts are low-key overpaid for Gardner. 2 firsts. I understand that the picks are going to probably be lower, they're lower in the first round, but that's a lot to pay for a big contract for a cornerback that's underperformed this year. And you also got a Donnie Mitchell who wasn't really working at times in Indy and does have some upside as a wide receiver because you have really no one else outside of Garrett Wilson. So I think adding a Donnie Mitchell in the trade also was big. Then the other trade, as well as Quinn Williams, 100%, the one of the biggest losers of this trade is the 2025 New York Jets, just because they're going to be even worse to watch. But like the 2026 New York Jets and the 2027 New York Jets are much bigger winners. It's just watching the Jets for the rest of the seasons just got worse.
Yeah. Yeah, my prediction for the final record is definitely staying at 2-15. Definitely. I was inching towards 3-14, but
getting real close there.
Also, Garrett Wilson is untouchable. Breece Hall, after all the trades were happening, was like, I want out. But that was an hour before the deadline happened.
Yeah,
So,
he should have. I'm surprised of all the names they did trade that he wasn't traded. Because you're not going to. I doubt they re sign him. I doubt they give him a contract. That doesn't make sense if you're going to fire sale 2 big contracts and then just give another big contract to Breece Hall. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. I mean,
he's a good running back.
Sure, but I mean, are you gonna pay him? You have to pay him. Would you pay him James Cook money?
James Cook money.
It was like 4. Yeah, so then that's what he's expected to get.
James Cook is top 3 in the league this year.
Sure, but that's what James Cook got for his contract. Breece Hall would be in that ballpark of you paying a running back, just especially after Saquon and Derrick Henry and all these other running backs in the years. But they're increasing the value of the running back position.
True, but how much did James Cook get paid? Because I think nobody saw James Cook performing like this. I mean, we all knew he was good, but
you're gonna give Hall $48 million for 4 years.
So $12 million a year? Yeah, that's not so bad. Look, man, your team can't be a wasteland.
And $30 million in guaranteed. Would you give him $30 million guaranteed money?
Yeah, he's a young, good back.
I wouldn't if I was the Jets. I'd do it if I was other teams, but if I'm the Jets and I'm going to pay... Because, again, okay, as great as it is that the Jets have all these first-round picks, it's time for the classic Philip White devil advocate moment. The reality is... The reality with the Jets is, and I was talking about this with you before the show, I really don't like the idea that it is possible for Aaron Glenn to be the coach of the Jets with all these picks. Because by doing this, you're saying one of two things. Either you trust Aaron Glenn implicitly over the next 2 years and that front staff to build a competitive roster with the draft picks, or you're going to fire Aaron Glenn and bring in a coach lure in a coach that is good with all the draft capital that you have. Like a good coaching candidate. That's my perspective.
I think this might be the second time the Jets front office has an obsession with a guy named Aaron. And they're going to keep him around. They're going to really let Aaron Glenn make all the decisions. Because I think the New York Jets think that the coach is also the GM. Or their best player is also the GM.
Sure.
And I don't know. I think the logic in what you're saying makes sense, but no, like it doesn't make sense to fire the guy that you just brought in.
Been done before though. I mean, the Patriots did it with Gerard Mayo, and they immediately brought in Vrabel. Like, the Patriots did that. They said, Gerard Mayo didn't work. First year, it wasn't working. Mike Vrabel's a much better choice and a much better candidate. Let's get him to be the coach, and they're 7-2 right now. So it's not unreasonable to make a decision where if Aaron Glenn, and as coaching-wise, is unable to... Because, like, situationally... When we were talking about the Denver game, sure, it was in the heat of the moment, but it is a reality where situationally you have to see your quarterback is not playing well. He's just not. And if you notice, you can 100% believe that the rest of the players on the roster notice that, dang, this guy's not performing at what he's supposed to be performing at. And if you're going to be stubborn in that decision-making, it rubs off on the rest of the team in a negative light. So I think ultimately, if you have, like, let's say the Jets do finish, what, do you think 2-15? Is really 2
That's my
wins in your
prediction.
first year as a head coach when you think about the talent that they did have coming into the season to only get 2 wins, which was less than last year somehow, even though last year was a complete disaster class as it was. So I think I'll say this. If there's a candidate out there, like a Ben Johnson-esque kind of candidate that is such a slam dunk as a head coach, or like a Mike Vrabel or a Ben Johnson type that is such a slam dunk that it makes the most sense to go out and hire them and move off of Aaron Glenn, it needs to be considered by the Jets.
That's true, but I need a name. You know, like if theoretically,
Lane Kiffin. Lane Kiffin.
No.
What? Why not?
Because that's a Chip Kelly situation waiting to happen. Offensive guru at the college level, all this, da 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 da. Lane Kiffin is just a college guy, and I think he likes coaching at the college level. I look at guys like Chip Kelly and Matt Rule. I would not want Lane Kiffin to come coach the Jets.
I mean, Chip Kelly has had success at the coaching level. It's just short term, but
he's not considered a good NFL coach.
But you don't look. If the reality is, if that's available, okay, fine. So you're telling me you would rather have Aaron Glenn than over any single individual who'd be available as a head coach?
No, because I don't know the single individuals that are going to be available at the end of the season.
All right, let me see. Because head coaching.
Why are my cheese sticks not cold?
What? Because you didn't put them in the refrigerator.
No, they're in the fridge, man.
You silly banana.
They're in the fridge.
Dude, okay. Look, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, you look at that. I'm gonna talk to Mr. J here. Jay in the chat. Hello. Thank you for hopping on in. Aaron Rodgers is here too. Shout out to you. Oh, and Daniel Jones is here.
Daniel Jones, amazing stuff.
All right, we got Jay saying, heard the Jets are playing home games on the USS Intrepid because they are no longer flying. They've been grounded. They are definitely the New York boats, the New York bicycles, maybe.
New bicycles.
And then those Jets trades are something your girlfriend would make because you play franchise mode for too long and ignore her. I disagree. That maybe your girlfriend knows a ton about football because I think the trades are logical. You know,
here's the thing.
Nobody in the Jets fan base can be happy. Week 4, you were like, trade everybody. We trade everybody, and now people are like, no, why are we trading everybody?
Well, yeah, because you're 1-7 now. Now it's different. I don't know why they're reacting different. That way now.
Even more reason to.
But okay. The thing is, and I'm gonna be honest. Based on the track record of players leaving the Jets and then going somewhere else and playing, how many? Actually, that's actually a good question. I'm gonna look at Sauce Gardner career interceptions because I'm willing to do a hot take for the rest of the year. I'm willing to do a hot take that for the rest of the season, Gardner will have more interceptions than he's had his entire career in the second half of the season with Colts. That's my hot take.
I can see it happening.
He would need 4 to do it. He would only need 4, and I think it's possible.
Yeah, he can definitely do that. I mean, I don't know, man. The prospect of Sauce Gardner doing better on the Colts than he ever did on the Jets is a sad but very real potential thing.
Dang.
Yeah.
Dang. All right. Well then, okay. What about in terms of coaches, if you don't want somebody from college, which I think I wouldn't doubt if Miami would bring in Lane Kiffin. That makes sense to me to build a culture. I don't think Lane Kiffin's the worst hire you can get. But if you're talking Bills offensive coordinator Joe Brady or a proven head coach who's had winning seasons like Mike McCarthy, or somebody like a defensive coordinator in Kansas City like Steve Spagnuolo, you would tell me that if those guys were available, you would rather stick with Aaron Glenn.
I don't want Mike McCarthy. Steve Spagnuolo,
Why?
I don't know.
Oh, hold on. Why? Why?
Because he's washed and he's old.
Okay. Okay, let's pause. Mike McCarthy
Yeah,
has
Super
had
Bowl. He's won a Super Bowl.
has a Super Bowl, right? But he's had multiple winning seasons and had multiple winning seasons with the Cowboys. Like, say what you want about him not winning in the playoffs significantly with Dallas. New York needs to get there.
That's true.
That's the point.
McCarthy could be our Tom Thibodeau. He could,
Like, yeah,
at least, get us off the ground.
right. And New York, forget being grounded. New York is right now been 6 feet under for a hot minute. Like, I think they need somebody, and that's why I say the first round picks make them more interesting because yes, they're dysfunctional, but you will have a lot of opportunity to choose the young players of your roster when in the draft room. It's not like you're going into New York and you have this core, this is the core. It's like, no, you get some free reign. Your core is not as solidified. You would have, let's say, those first round picks. Like, really, the only part of your core that Jets are probably going to be like, you got to keep him is Garrett Wilson and like probably Wemby, who was your first round pick last year.
Yeah.
Everybody else you could reasonably move as long as you get decent compensation. If McCarthy were available and let's say if he says I'd be open to taking the Jets job, like if it were available, right? You need somebody to get you off the ground because everybody that you've brought in, it's too tall a task to get off the ground.
Yeah. It's also, when we look at the Jets, it's just such a deeply internal thing. Like, it's not like, oh, Justin Fields just isn't the guy, or Aaron Glenn isn't the guy. I mean, look at our offensive line. We spent the last 2 years, the last 2 drafts, when we got a top 10 pick, and we spent them both on offensive linemen, and our offensive line sucks. Our coach is Mason Taylor, who coached Sam Laporta in Detroit. So it's like, what's going on, man?
It's just, I think here's the thing. When you bring in a very talented, let's say, coordinator, they're obviously going to fill up their staff with people that they trust, right? Mm-hmm. And there is a situation where you have to have guys, because it's not just a coach, right? Like, generally speaking, teams have their coach, and they have a bunch of coordinators that are able to fill those roles really well. So I think part of it is not just understanding who you are as a coach and as a leader in the organization and occasional play caller. You need to be able to find ways to delegate to guys that you can trust to get good work done. And like right now, that Jet staff, it ain't doing it.
Yeah.
And it's missing a lot of key components overall. And I mean, look, now the interesting thing is, the Jets, believe it or not, the way we're talking about them, the Jets won their most recent game. They played the Bengals. They were just on bye this week and made a bunch of trades.
Yeah.
I think when you look at those trades, they did, I would say, that for the hauls that they got for both those guys is more than I think a lot of people would have expected. It's now the question of, there's, again, the ball is very much in the Jets' court. You have so much draft capital over the next 2 years, and you're going to have a high draft pick to get the quarterback that you want for the future. So not only are you probably going to get the quarterback, my guess is Mendoza at Indiana, but there's still the second half of the college football season. We'll have to see where it goes from there. And the only other team, I think, the only other teams that could draft a quarterback, and that's what's interesting, where they land at the top. And that's why I think the second half of the season is not only going to be, of course, interesting because we're going to see how the playoff picture shapes up. We're going to see how the top of the draft shakes up because obviously Tennessee's not going to take a quarterback. They have Cam Ward. But Saints could very much take a guy. The Browns could very much take a guy. There are a lot of teams at the top of
the Browns aren't taking another quarterback. There's no way.
It ain't Dylan Gabriel, and I am not thinking they're gonna start Shedeur.
You think they're already giving up on Dylan Gabriel?
Dude, he's not good.
He's not awful.
You're not okay. If you're a fourth round pick at quarterback, the only way that you immediately you are saying, "Oh, I'm the franchise quarterback for this team," is if you do what Dak did his rookie year,
Yeah.
which is not what Dylan Gabriel's doing. So why would you waste more time on a fourth rounder when you could be have a top five quarterback off the like a top five prospect off the board?
Because that's not reflective of what Dylan Gabriel's future can be. I think what you do if you're the Browns is you draft an offensive lineman and you bring in a veteran quarterback to help nurture Dylan Gabriel and maybe knock some sense into Shador Sanders. Yeah.
They had that. They had that. They had Joe Flacco. They got rid of Flacco. Like, that's exactly what they did. And they're like, no, we're going to roll with Gabriel. We're going to see what the kid looks like.
What did they get back for Flacco?
Like a 6, nothing. They
That's
got like a 6 or 7
weird.
round.
That was a dumb move.
Yeah, I know. I had to watch it happen against my own team. Cleveland's ridiculous. Cleveland's like, oh, why is this quarterback so bad? I don't know. Maybe it's because he plays in Cleveland. You know? Like, that's why.
So what do you think the problem is in Cleveland?
Stefanski.
Stefanski?
Hot take, it's Stefanski. People won't like that, but the reality is he's a 2-time coach of the year, and this team has won 5 games in the last 2 years. And like you can say, well, there's no offensive production, he doesn't have a quarterback. Dude, I don't know what to tell you.
He had 3 of them.
Yeah, he had Joe Flacco. If he was, and Joe Flacco's clearly you see what Joe Flacco's doing in Cincy. You should be with a bad offensive line, and to be honest, another coach that I don't think is very good in Zach Taylor. You can't be doing this. You can't be looking at me like Stefanski's amazing and then be like Stefanski's also not part of the problem, because he is. They're not winning enough games. They're not bringing in enough offensive talent, and they've got their top receiver Jerry Jeudy, who had a great year last year, has a hard case of the drops. Dude couldn't. I caught more colds than I think Jared Jeudy has caught catchable passes. Like, I don't know, dude. And this entire football season, it's ridiculous. I don't know how you fix it in Cleveland, but if you keep, I think they're holding on to Stefanski because, oh my gosh, he got us that playoff win against that fraud Steelers team. It feels so good. And like, dude, yeah. But you're holding on to it. Like, most of the guys around that roster aren't even there anymore, right? And every time you have a quarterback in the house that can play, like, say, Joe Flacco or, say, Baker Mayfield, you straight up quit on them. Or Cleveland just becomes such a draining, dreadful, existential existence that they just become bad. So I don't know what. Maybe just Cleveland needs to fold again. Like they once folded the organization once. Maybe they need to do it again. But it's clear to me that at some point something needs to change. I would say it's Stefanski because you can't keep holding on to these like crazy catch fire kind of seasons. You need to have consistency, and that's something Stefanski hasn't been able to lay a foundation in Cleveland.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I wouldn't keep playing
suck.
Gabriel. But I wouldn't play Gabriel. If there's a quarterback up at the top and and again, here's the interesting thing too that I don't get with Cleveland. Myles Garrett gets paid all this money and is at the same time in the offseason wants to get traded because he wants to win. So his logic is, but I'll get paid in Cleveland and we'll win. No, not happening.
Man, shout out to Myles Garrett for having that much hope in the Cleveland Browns.
I've never seen more blind hope. Like, I don't think I've ever seen more blind hope in somebody that wasn't you or me. Honest to God, like that's crazy. Miles, you should come on and be blindly hopeful with us. Let's do it. We'll be like the Three Musketeers.
Shout out to you.
It'll be 2 scrawny white guys and a 6'5" black man who could crush our heads between his arms. Like, I could imagine that like being like a sitcom thing where it's like him holding our heads like this, and we're like "Arr!" And it's like Miles and the kids or something. I don't know.
What are some other great trade deadline news? Oh yeah, Rashid Shaheed, New Orleans' very own, is now a Seattle Seahawk.
Yep, keep adding for the Sam Darnold MVP campaign. You know, it's every week. It's okay. Okay, let me ask you, Taff. Did you watch him against the Commanders?
No, I didn't watch any football this past Sunday, Philip White. What
Oh
happened?
my God. 17 straight completions and 4 touchdown passes in the first half alone. That game was over before it even really ended. And I gotta
Damn.
tell you, what a performance! But I'm telling you, man, Sam has looked great ever since the beginning of his days with the Vikings. He has looked incredible, and Seattle's 6-2 right now. Like they look pretty good. Mike McDonald, there, and what's crazy, Mike McDonald, for whatever reason, very good on the road. Like the Seattle team that like of yesteryears, I call it like 10 years ago when it was Pete Carroll and Legion of Boom, Russell Wilson, all them.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
were incredible at home. The home field advantage was insane. But like Seattle, and if Seattle can get back that home field advantage, because they're crazy good on the road, they're kind of average at home. Like it's almost like they don't want to win the division. They want to be the road. I wouldn't if I'm Seattle. I wouldn't want to win this division because of how good we are on the road. Like that would be my argument. But him along with Jackson Smith and Jigba, who's leading the league and like averaging 118 and a half yards per game, is JSN right now. That is crazy work.
Yeah, that is craziness. My God.
It's very impressive. And you know what? The other headline from that game that bothered me, as good as Seattle is, Washington. First of all, Washington's done. They're not making the
Oh
playoffs.
my God. Yeah, that Jaden Daniels injury was gross.
What on earth is he still doing in the game down 30?
Hindsight's 2020, man. Yeah, like that's not
It's not
something.
about, but it's not
That's
about
not something
2020,
people
man.
do. That's not something people do. It's not a normal thing. Maybe in basketball, people don't
So
do
you're
that.
telling, so you're telling me,
Peyton Manning, Tom Brady. If they were down 38-7, they would be in that game.
but you're telling me the quarterback that has already been hurt earlier this year is down 38-7 in a game that there's no chance they can come back in, and you don't even think
That
to
is
pull him out of the game at all.
sure, yeah. That's there is some ridiculousness to it, but I think people are acting like that was like a lot more obvious of a move than it was. I mean, yeah, I guess yeah, whatever. I don't know. I just
Your team has been throttled by injury all year, and you're getting
yeah
cooked. You're
yeah.
getting cooked at home. Like I understand the logic of maybe we want some momentum going into next week. Who cares? The most important piece of your franchise is now probably done for the season. I don't know if that because that's like that was a gruesome arm injury. We all saw it. Not smart. Just not smart to be doing in that situation, especially for a quarterback that is running around all the time and again was hurt earlier this year. I get it. I get what you were trying to do, but and again, that is a because this happens all the time. Like this has happened previously in other instances of players playing football. I can understand if they get hurt late in the game and it's close. Sure, fine. But if it's this much of a blowout, why is your franchise cornerstone still in the game? I don't know.
Yeah, it's definitely a puzzling move from them. I feel for Mr. Jaden and the Commanders fans. It's just shout Marcus Mariota time, I guess.
And that season, no, my opinion, season's over. The three
Yeah,
and six,
season's over.
nobody can stay really healthy. I mean, yeah, of course, there's still the second half of the season to go, but Marcus is a complimentary piece who can hold up the ship for 1 or 2 games. He's not someone that's going to hold it down the rest of the season, especially with the defense underperforming and the offense banged up. Like they also lost Luke McCaffrey in this game to a broken collarbone.
Oh
Like they're
my
just
God, yeah.
no, they have no. And McLaurin and Debo have been in and out of the lineup all year. It's just not good. It's
Not
bad.
good at all. Not good at all. You know, the NFC East is basically totally locked up. What do you know, before the season started, I think we both said the Packers are making the Super Bowl. Did we both say Packers Bills? I know I said Packers
You
Bills.
said Packers Bills. I think I said Bills Bucks.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was looking pretty good for a while there, wasn't it?
I mean, there's still a shot. Still a shot. The Who do you think?
I think it was Bucks Rams, and then I don't know who had the Bills playing. I don't remember who had the Bills playing in their championship game, but I
Oh,
do
you
believe I
filled out
had.
a full bracket?
Oh no, I remember we had talked about the Final Four. I know my
Mm.
NFC was Bucks Rams. I don't. I had Bills. I just don't remember who they were. I said they were going to play
Probably the
against.
Chiefs.
Maybe it was the Steelers. You never know. Maybe I said Pittsburgh, and
Yeah.
that's yeah.
No.
You never know. I think I said the Colts, didn't I? I 100% said the Colts, right? Like yeah.
Yeah,
No, I did say
totally.
the Colts. I said the
Yeah.
Colts and Daniel Jones. Right. Okay. I just want to
Oh
make
my,
sure.
it will be, dude, watch that. The city of Buffalo will look like Philadelphia if they lose. If the Bills lose to Daniel Jones in the AFC Championship. Can you
Oh my.
imagine that? That's
I
I
I'd be so disgusted and like low key though.
would be
I kind of
excited for the Colts and Daniel Jones, but
be so mad.
oh my god, yeah. Yeah, that's
I'd
like
be irate.
oh, I like the Bills
Like
deserve
imagine.
to win so badly.
Well, you know what would make that even harder is like imagine in like the divisional round the Bills beat like the Chiefs finally in the playoffs just to go on to the next round and lose to Daniel Jones. Like that would be that like could you imagine the pain of that? Like I don't think there's a worse thing. Like it's that's just painful. That's so awful. Like at least if it's gonna happen, like fine, we just lose to Mahomes again. Whatever, we're used to this. But losing to Daniel Jones is a whole new type of pain that would just it would be so brutal and vicious. Like I would not I would call into work the whole week the next week. I just wouldn't be able to stomach it.
Yeah, yeah. That like Bills fans, honestly, I I applaud them and I understand why they get so fired up. Because at this point, especially every playoffs, I'm not even a Bills fan, and I am under a tremendous amount of pressure when I watch the Bills play in the playoffs. Like, please, do it! Win the game!
Do this now already, please.
God! The whole world is holding their breath for you. You are like, this is like, it's like watching Luke Skywalker, like, get both of his hands chopped off every freaking playoffs. Like,
It's just every time like, dang it, dang it, dang it. Oh, yeah,
It's-
that sounds accurate. That sounds accurate for sure.
but okay, as it stands today, because we are basically at the halfway point, the trade deadline has passed us by. Who is your Super Bowl matchup?
I'm sticking with it, man. I'm thinking Bills Bucks. I'll
Bills
stick with
Bucks.
Bills Bucks right now. I don't see why not. I mean, listen, because Tampa right now is 6-2, but they're actually not even healthy. Like they're gonna have like Mike Evans should be back by the start of the playoffs.
Oh,
And Bucky Irving's gonna come back healthy. Like
I didn't know
he
that.
should be. Yeah.
I
so
thought Mike Evans was just done.
nope. No. He's looking pretty spicy. It's pretty spicy. So that should be huge for him to come back. I think it's those two still. I think Tampa just, and again, the other thing is like, there's no real competition in the NFC South against the Bucks. Like it's I don't care.
Panthers.
Absolutely not, dude. I know they beat Green Bay. I saw Cleveland beat Green Bay. I don't buy into none of that. Look.
Well, I mean, was
okay.
it the Joe Flacco Browns though?
Yeah, but that's like it's still the Browns.
Makes sense. Joe Flacco's the best ever.
They didn't they put up like 13 points. Like Green Bay, I'm gonna be real with you. I think Green Bay is a little overrated.
Green Bay is definitely a little overrated right now.
They just lost to Carolina at home. They've lost to Cleveland and they tied Dallas. They don't have a real identity,
How
and
about
now they just lost to Tucker Kraft.
Yeah, that's true. No Tucker Kraft is a massive loss. Dude.
And you got hold on, before you get into that. There was also I saw this video and I thought, man, that's such Packers copium. It was they were like, dude, this has such an eerie vibe to the 2010 season. Like they lost Jermichael Finley, their starting tight end. In that season, they went to Super Bowl. Yeah, and I'm like, dude, that's hard cope, man. It's just you're not that good.
I was gonna say I don't think Jermichael Finley was as good as Tucker Kraft is. Also, they had Greg Jennings during that 2010 season.
Yeah, I think you had 2 or 3 Packer wide receivers on that team that were better than every receiver on this Packer team. Like,
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know what to tell
he,
you.
he was old at the time, but was Donald Driver on that team?
I don't know. I don't believe so though. Maybe I'm crazy, but nah, no way. Oh yeah, he was. He was in 2010, yeah. But he was still a Pro Bowler that year, so he was
Oh, okay,
old. But
yeah. 2 Pro Bowl wide receivers on that roster.
yeah, and I think Jordy was on that team too. I
And
don't know if he
Jordy
was
and a young
Jordy
Jordy
Nelson.
Nelson. Yeah, he
Yeah,
wasn't
Jordy.
he wasn't the Jordy Nelson
Jordy.
yet, but still, like,
Jordy.
yeah,
Yeah,
nah, it's over for the Packers. I'll
I don't think
switch
it's
off of it.
over, but
I mean,
they ain't.
in terms of
They're not.
in terms of Super Bowl, bro, there's I don't know. They got to figure it out in a big way if the Packers want to
Uh,
think Super Bowl and not be lying to themselves.
100%.
How about the Bengals? What's the Bengals record?
Get out of here with that. They are 3-6, bro. Get out of
Ah!
here. Get out of here. Ain't no way Cincinnati gonna miss the playoffs again at this rate. They lost to the Jets, man.
That's true. That
God.
I think the biggest the biggest storyline of the Jets beating the Bengals isn't the Jets winning, but that the Bengals defense is so bad they allowed 500 yards of total offense against the Jets.
Yeah,
Like,
that's atrocious.
bleh.
Yep, really bad. And then you know what Caleb Williams was doing to them? Caleb Williams and like Colson Loveland had like 6 catches, 136 yards, 2 touchdowns, and Roma Dunze didn't catch a single pass in this game. In this game against the Bengals, Roma Dunze didn't even need to catch a pass, and the Bears still put up 47 points.
Damn. Yeah, that is
Like, how bad do you have to be? Like, what's crazy in this game was that the Bears are up 41-27. Bengals get back into it. They recover an onside kick. They go up to take the lead. They're up 1. Bears have the ball with like 50 seconds left. And Colson Loveland is grabbed by like at least 2 Cincinnati defenders with a third that's supposed to be closing in. He breaks off both of them and then just outruns every Bengal. Like, it's so bad. Yeah. It's so bad.
The Bengals should fire Zach Taylor. I think.
They won't though.
Who's their defensive coordinator?
It's a new guy. I don't remember his name. It used to be Lou Anam. You know, it used to be Lou, I think it's Anarumo, but he is now the defensive coordinator. Guess where?
Where?
Colts.
Ha! Yeah, I remember us talking about that. You said a lot of good things about Lou Anarumo.
I did, and I said the Bengals are gonna be upset when they let him go because the reason why Lou couldn't make it work there is because that team kept losing its talent, and guess what it did? It just traded away Logan Wilson, and if they had traded away Trey Hendrickson, it'd be like, man, like Cowboys Bengals would be hilarious to me because it'd be like 80 to 77, like that'd be the final score because there's just no defense on either side. It's crazy. I think his name's Al Golden. And they're going to stick with him, I guess.
Damn.
Al Golden, who used to be the defensive coordinator of Notre Dame last year.
Yeah, I think the 3 fan bases in the NFL that are like the most in, I was going to say purgatory, but you can just call it hell, really, are the Bengals, the Browns, and the Jets, man. So poverty.
Yo, right now, let's take a look at this playoff picture real quick. What is
we're getting to that time. Dude, looking at the playoff picture, really pulling up that screen, it gives me a Christmassy feeling. Let's get this.
I'm looking at okay, all right. Some good matchups here. Nothing crazy, but
I'm pulling this up in just a sec. NFL.
Loading up. Loading up. Man, all important movies end with a white screen.
Exactly.
You know what that's from?
I don't actually.
It's Lego Batman.
Oh, hell yeah. Dude, oh my god, I love this. Also, I'm very glad that the Eagles are using that vintage logo. I think that vintage logo is so much better.
I don't know what the Packers are doing with GB over there.
Yeah, that's weird. Are they like did some of the teams also? The Broncos logo is sick. I like that.
Yeah, I guess it's better than the. I don't think it's better than the other one, but it's still all right.
Somehow the Eagles. All right, all right. Let's look at the. I got distracted by the logos. Let's look at. Let's see if there's any other teams using old logos so I can just get that distraction out of the way. No, it's only teams that are about to make the playoffs. Okay. Colts. Do you think the Colts hold on to this? Also, dude,
No.
this AFC playoff picture is bizarre. I would be shooting like 0% if you told me to predict the AFC playoff picture coming into this season. I would probably get the Jags. I would get the Bills. We're the Chiefs.
Look at that, crazy, right? Hold on, let me get the sound bite.
Yeah.
That's wild stuff. Look at Chiefs, Texans, and Ravens all won their division last year. Currently on the outside looking in.
Wow, that is incredible. And less than one per. I was gonna say, damn, the Raiders look a little higher up than normal, but no, they're 12. Poor Raiders fans.
Bad.
They look a little higher up than normal, less than 1% chance.
Oh.
Also, I don't think the Eagles are able to hold their first round bye in the NFC.
My guess is no, but let me see.
It just in every Eagles game I watch, it looks like they eke out a win, but it looks like points are harder to come by for them than the team they're playing against every time. They just keep finding a way to win.
They've got they got Packers, Lions, Cowboys, Bears, Chargers, Raiders, Commanders, Bills. They might. It just depends on what everyone else does. Like Tampa and Seattle or LA would have to go on like crazy runs. But like I could see Phil like the only games I really see them like logically losing, like maybe a team pulls an upset like the Giants did. But like Packers or Lions might be a loss. Bears could be an upset maybe if you squint at it. Chargers, their offensive line would have to be healthy, and then like the Bills. But I mean, I thought maybe the Commanders would be better by the end of the season, but they're probably not gonna be. So they probably win both of those. It's just, yeah. I mean, I've seen the Eagles collapse before. We saw it. What was it? 2023. They were like 10-1, and then they collapsed, and the Cowboys won the division, and then Eagles then lost in the wild card round in Tampa. But I kind of doubt it. It's probably the most like convinced I am that someone's going to win a division this year. It's probably going to be the Eagles in the NFC East, and then number 2 would be like Tampa winning the NFC South. Outside of that, I don't know. I think then probably Colts winning the South, and then after that, I don't have full confidence in anyone else really being able to lock up the division.
Yeah, I mean the Eagles are definitely winning their division because I mean, come on, get real. The Cowboys aren't gonna mount some crazy win
Quinn
streak.
Williams, baby.
Yeah, the Quinn and Williams Cowboys. That's gonna be a team that's talked about for years.
Exactly.
I feel like the Cowboys have been better than their record reflects, though. 3-5-1. I would. I don't know. I didn't know their record before looking at that just now, and I don't know. When I've watched the Cowboys this year, they have impressed me. I would think they would be 4-1 maybe. I don't know.
You didn't watch Arizona though, so I guess that makes sense. They kind of got cooked by Jacoby Brissett. And their offense didn't even actually score 17. They only scored 10 because their special teams got a punt block. So there's that too.
Yeah. Yeesh.
Yeah, I'm surprised Jonathan Gannon had his guys show up out of the bye week, so very impressive for them. But I don't know. I don't buy into.
Let's theorize. Let's theorize these matchups. So let's say that this is probably gonna.
Who would win?
This is fun to do, but it's probably not gonna stay the same. But so Colts get the bye. Patriots play the Jags.
That game, I think, is closer than people would think, but I would have to give it to the Patriots based on the way Drake May is playing.
Yeah, Drake May looks like that guy. And then,
However, the injury to Kayshon Boutte is interesting because if he's out for an extended period of time, I'm wondering where, like, you have to rely a lot more on Diggs. I think Diggs is an interesting trade in your fantasy leagues. Might be interesting to try to get Stephon Diggs while Booty is out. Might be more involved in the offense. I'm not sure, but
That's true.
I mean, it depends. It depends on because Booty's been probably the most impressive part of that offense, not named Drake May. So with him being out, that's not ideal. Not ideal for the Patriots if he's out for a long period of time. Although I didn't know how big his injury was, so we have to see. But I think today, New England would probably beat the Jags.
Yeah, and yeah. Speaking of that Stephon Diggs trade you mentioned, well, fantasy wise, I have Stephon Diggs in our fantasy league, and I need a running back. I'm eyeing Christian McCaffrey.
You have to give up Jamar. Who else?
Yeah.
Name one player you have on your roster that'd be worth giving away to get Christian McCaffrey. That's not Jamar.
Stephon Diggs.
Not the same. No, get out of here with that. Ew,
Woo-hoo!
disgusting. No one's making that trade, buddy. I'm sorry.
Look, man. Ever since he started dating Cardi B, he's been on a tear. He's been Drake May cited Cardi B as his inspiration.
No, he's been fine, but he ain't worth giving up for McCaffrey. I'll send you Travis Etienne. Maybe we could consider a deal.
Travis Etienne? Are you freaking kidding me?
Yeah. Come on, man. You know you want to. You know you need a running back, Mr. Tyler Algier starting.
Oh, damn it.
Look,
the timing of that switch from me laughing at you to me doing that to myself right after.
Yeah, get out of here, dude. Get out. No, I hit that button. You don't even know what you're talking about. Look, dude, that doesn't work now. Yeah, brother, get out of here with this. Stephon Diggs had one big game against Buffalo. No way.
Stephon Diggs is a dog, okay?
Whatever, man. Not Christian McCaffrey level.
Broncos, Chargers.
That's Denver.
I don't know, man. I think the
Chargers
Chargers.
have no line.
That's the type of game. Oh,
healthy.
no Joe Alt. Yeah.
No Joe Alt, no running backs healthy. Denver swallows them up, especially
If they were healthy, though, I think the Chargers could steal that.
Yeah, but no. I mean, Denver's just too good defensively, and Bo Nix has looked quite impressive. You got to give him credit for being 7-2. They have. I mean, especially because they're not even playing the best football that they could be. I don't think they've peaked, and they're 7-2.
That's true.
They could be much better in the second half overall than they have.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, they find themselves at 7-2, and they're like a sneaky 7-2. I don't know. If I didn't know that the Broncos were 7-2, I would have thought that they were 5-4 or 6-3 or something. And because they haven't peaked yet. The Broncos could be a sneaky pick for AFC champions. I just went from thinking the Chargers beat them first round to saying they are going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Broncos get knocked out round 1 at home to they will win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they lose first round. I called it. And then you have the Steelers getting cursed with a very tough first round matchup again.
Yeah, watch them
Obviously,
win though. Watch
subject
them get the dub against the Buffalo. Imagine losing and having your season end of 1-year-old Aaron Rodgers. Is that better or worse? Is that better or worse than losing to Daniel Jones?
That is worse because Daniel Jones. Yeah, because Daniel Jones, he's just Daniel Jones reminds me of the kid from Up. Aaron Rodgers.
What? Good afternoon. My name is Daniel.
Yeah. Aaron Rodgers is just an asshole.
That actually, you know what? He's the old man in Up.
No, because the old man has some charm. Aaron Rodgers is just genuinely a dick.
What? He's the evil guy then? He's the evil guy in the blimp? Is that him?
No,
what?
He's worse.
Totally.
And not even in an evil sense. Not even in an evil sense. He's I don't know, man. He's He's
That's
just a
crazy.
he's like never mind. I can't make
How are you
him.
gonna compare Aaron
He's
Rodgers
like
to?
RFK, man. Like it's like losing to Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs is like getting punched in the face by RFK. That's I
It
don't
could
know.
happen this year. It could happen this year. And you know what's interesting? What's funny about that is Daniel Jones has a playoff win. Like someone's season did end because of Daniel Jones. It was the Vikings a few years ago. And it
That's
could happen
awesome.
this year that Aaron Rodgers ends the Buffalo Bills season in the playoff.
That's
Dude,
not.
how crazy would it be though? What a story! Written off. They
Oh
said he was
yeah,
washed and
totally.
he gets a playoff win against the reigning MVP. Come on.
Aaron Rodgers just needs
Storybook.
to go away, man.
Yeah, he'll go away once he gets the playoff win. Then you can, do whatever. But yeah, Bills will probably win that one. Yeah, Bills will probably
Yeah.
win.
And then
But listen,
let's.
I mean, you never know. It's any given Sunday. You would think any given Sunday.
That's true. Any given Sunday, sure, but I don't know. Like for whatever, and it's not like the Steelers are some team that's significantly worse than the Bills, but I don't know. When the Steelers play a top three team in the league in the first round of the playoffs, I am more confident in the Steelers losing than I am any other matchup in the wild card round.
I disagree. I feel like I feel better playing the Bills than I would like playing the Jags. Because if we were playing the Jags, I would feel like, oh man, that's such an easy win that I know Mike that should be like a much easier time to win. That I know Mike Tomlin is going to find a way to make Trevor Lawrence look like he's finally figured it out for one game and one game only. Versus if against the Bills, I feel like Tomlin's going to pick himself because like they just no like they didn't. People thought most people thought, oh man, here comes Indianapolis ready to completely put up all the most efficient offense this century, about to completely roll the floor with the Pittsburgh Steelers defense that struggled. I don't know. For whatever reason, when Mike Tomlin is ruled that he's gonna have a tough time, he for some reason like shows up to play. Like I wouldn't doubt it if we beat the Chargers this coming week on Sunday Night Football, just because they have their offensive line's not healthy, their running backs aren't there. You know, and Pittsburgh fans travel well. Then they'll go to LA and they'll take over the stadium. It's just so it's gonna. I don't know. I don't know,
Maybe,
man.
maybe.
I'd rather honestly see the Bills than I would the Raiders in the playoffs, just because I know Mike Tomlin will lose to the Raiders. It's like a foregone conclusion. He will find a way to lose that game. But with the Bills, I'm like, yeah, they're a good team and they should beat us. But I feel more comfortable than that we lose to a good team than when I feel like we're gonna guaranteeably lose to the Raiders.
Ah, I don't know. I think the Mike Tomlin trap games are definitely a famous thing, but
I've played these games before.
yeah, I just think you play the Bills. It's like the same deal as the Ravens last year, except a stronger case.
Yeah, but this would be at home. This would be in Pittsburgh, not in Baltimore.
Still,
Hypothetical.
still.
I don't know. I think it'd be a little different, just a little bit different.
Also, y'all are gonna win the division most likely, which is
No,
crazy.
don't say that. Don't
Yeah, it's
say
guaranteed.
that. You
It's
are
guaranteed.
no. Don't be saying that.
So you don't think the Steelers are gonna win the division?
I would like them to, but Baltimore has a cakewalk schedule, and our schedule is one of. I don't know how Baltimore ended up with a cakewalk schedule when they won their division, but yet somehow they did. It's ridiculous. It's whack.
They
It's
knew
unreal.
Lamar was gonna get hurt. That's
Like, look at
why.
the percentages of everyone else. 90%, I see 90%, 89%, 90%, 86, 93, 97. You scroll to Pittsburgh's, the playoff percentage chance is 62. Like, bro, like, if I go to Ravens' schedule right now and I rattle these teams off to you, they get, okay, well, JJ, they get Vikings, Browns, Jets, Bengals the next 4 weeks. Like, dude, come on. before they finally play us, and then they'll play Bengals, Ravens, Pack. Like that 4 game stretch, they're gonna be 2 games back above 500. They're gonna be at 7-5. It's gonna make me angry. And then meanwhile, let's go ahead and let's peruse on over to who the Steelers play, having the second place schedule. Oh yeah, it's Chargers, Bengals, Bears, and Bills, and then Ravens.
Damn.
And then after that, like, dude, come on. I see Bills, Lions, Chargers,
That is
Ravens
insanity.
twice.
That is a tough.
Bears have a
tough
winning record.
Stretch.
Dude, yeah. Not cool. Not cool. Not cool. Not cool. Not cool.
Not cool at all. Redunk. Holy cannoli. I'm with you. That's pretty evil. Imagine if
Every
Lamar
year.
was healthy. Well, he is
Every
healthy
year.
again, but
He was healthy for most of it. They were just losing. I guess their schedule was very front loaded, but like, dude, to have Jets, and Bengals and Browns, oh my, like Dorothy wouldn't be scared of those teams.
So I'll get
Toto would be running off to the end zone against those teams. Like
Justin Fields will look out for you. We're gonna beat the Ravens.
I hope so. No, it'll probably be like Tyrod Taylor or something by then. That's my guess.
Nah, we're keeping
Tyrod
Justin Fields.
Taylor.
Keeping Justin Fields as QB1.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Spoken like a losing franchise. Oh my
We're
god.
1-7, bro. Yeah,
Spoken like
let's
a
go
franchise
on
that
a
doesn't want to win.
What a win now move by the New York Jets, starting
Yeah.
Tyrod Taylor. Yeah.
What do you mean? That seems more like a lose now move than anything else.
That was sarcasm.
Oh, your tone is off. You need to.
What? No, that was
You need to-
sarcastic enough.
You need to fix your tone, mister.
No.
Hey, man, if you're going to be sarcastic with me, you need to fix your tone.
You're not being sarcastic enough. Now,
Let's see here.
one thing I'm looking at, for over the past couple years,
Sure.
I don't, actually, no, never mind. I was gonna say, the AFC is weird this year. I mean, it's so different. It's so different.
Dude, this was the AFC 10 years ago. It was like Peyton Manning, Tom Brady,
It
Andrew
was.
Luck, and Big Ben.
Holy crap.
Welcome back, dude. It's a nostalgia. Dude, the NFL's a little nostalgia coded this year, you know?
That's a fact. Dude, I want
How do you feel about
Baker.
the NFC matchups?
What'd you say?
How do you feel about the NFC matchups? What's your take on those?
Well, if
I'm
we're
thinking-
looking at Lions, how are the Lions all the way down to 7? The Bucks might be in for a rude awakening if they get the Lions.
Well, they played earlier this year in Detroit and lost. I don't know. I feel like if I'm Tampa,
Baker played his
I'd want
worst.
to bounce back. Right, but I mean, that he's taken that into consideration, and he's gonna play better next time. And again, like I said, he'll be
definitely a
healthier.
bounce back.
He'll be
revenge
back
drive.
healthy for that game, and they'll be at home as opposed to in Detroit. It's not unreasonable to say they could win that game.
Mm-hmm.
I would take Tampa right now, and then Seattle right now. I think in a rematch against San Francisco would win because San Francisco has no.
San Fran's
No one
not for
helps.
real.
Yeah, but I'd also neither Seattle, right? Like I think at the end of the day, I think the Rams will probably win that division.
Like, man,
Like I like Seattle, but there's something about them, you know. Maybe it's
I don't know. I would rather see the Niners than a handful of the teams on here. I mean, I would rather see the Niners than the Bears. I would rather see the Niners than the Panthers.
yeah, but the Niners are super banged up. Like there's like
Yeah,
I
how
still
the
don't
hell
know
are they
what's
6-3?
Because they haven't played like great. Like they played like the Giants this past weekend. Like nobody really thought the Giants. Like maybe the Giants could have, but if the Giants are just as banged up, so it's not really like isn't bode in their favor that they necessarily play the Niners.
Yeah.
I mean, Kyle Shanahan's a good coach. That's probably why they're 6-3. But the reality is, Rams and Seahawks are just healthier, and when they gotta play San Fran, like I know the Rams beat both of them, but in the rematches, those teams will probably win. San Francisco adds another 2 losses that would put them at like 6-5.
Yeah.
I just don't. You don't have like You can't. I'm sorry. You can't keep winning games with Mac Jones. It's gonna fall apart at some point.
Yeah, yeah. When is Brock Purdy coming back?
No idea. They may not even bring him back. They may just say, "Hey, Brock, you made your money. We're gonna cut you."
Hey, Brock, we're good, bro.
Hey, Brock. Brock. It's like Brock Purdy. We're all good. Mac Jones is here. We're all good. We're all good, dude. Like, come on. Everybody knows. Wait. Finally admitted. Oh, it's that he's. Oh, what?
What?
Oh, he's just had turf toe the whole time? That makes sense.
Oh.
So Brock Purdy has just had turf toe, and yet is he coming back? Like, he'll battle it, but is he gonna play? Like, are they just gonna keep playing Mac Jones? Whatever. All right, I guess they're playing Mac Jones then. Well, I guess the whole point is he's never gonna be 100% this year, so I guess the logic states that he may not. What?
Dude,
He was
I'm
supposed
so
to start-
excited for the playoffs. Holy crap.
Dude, this is just like Christian McCaffrey last year. Nobody knows what's going on with him. Nobody can tell if he's healthy, and he just doesn't play at all. And it's the same thing with Brock Purdy. Nobody really knows why he's hurt until right now.
So
where he's got
Brock Purdy is going to be top 5 in the league next year, is what I'm hearing.
Brock Purdy was never top 5 in the league, and if anybody told you that, they are dirty liars.
You told me that. Just kidding.
I
I lied.
I would have never. Listen. There are some things you can gaslight me about. You could not gaslight me to ever believe that I ever said that Brock Purdy is a top 5 quarterback. Never. Not in a bajillion years.
Next up, we got another nostalgic matchup. Dude, I need this to be the playoff picture. The Niners can skip on out of there, but I need this to be the NFC playoff picture. Like, every matchup is a banger. Packers, Rams. That's
Rams.
I mean, have them play in Green Bay. Get a little light dusting of snow. Get Michael Parsons chasing after Matt Stafford.
Oh,
come on! But yeah, I would take the Rams in a close game.
I think the Rams. You know what's crazy too? The NFC North isn't even remotely locked up because everybody there has 5 wins. I think everyone there has 4 more wins. Minnesota's at 500. Bears have 5 wins. Lions have 5 wins. Packers have 5 wins. Think about that. Watch Chicago leap on in there with your boy Caleb Williams.
I'm down. I want to see the Bears make a playoff appearance. I want that. How about then? Don't sleep on the Panthers too, man.
No.
Don't sleep on the Panthers, man.
No.
They just
Absolutely
beat the Packers. I mean,
bro, nah, no way.
Yeah.
No way the Panthers. Okay, let me dampen your parade. They just got absolutely steamrolled at home by Buffalo.
Let me dampen your parade.
Let me dampen your parade right now, honey.
Hope you don't mind if I dampen your parade.
Like, watch this. And this is gonna be so Panthers of them too. Panthers just beat the Bills or lost to the Bills, beat the Packers. You know what's gonna happen? They're gonna lose at home to the Saints.
They're gonna lose at home to the Saints.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, Panthers team just is not good. Okay, here are their wins on the season. I understand they just beat Green Bay. Here are their wins. Okay, Falcons, Dolphins, Cowboys, Jets.
Damn.
And then Packers.
Yeah, that's pretty tough. Marcus Lawton is in the chat. And
Marcus.
And he says Patriots star wide receiver Stephon Diggs reportedly has 4 kids on the way with 4 different women. Diggs embodies the work hard, play hard mentality. More baby mamas than tutties this year. Damn. I didn't know Cardi B put up with that, man. That's crazy.
I imagine Cardi B puts up with a lot of stuff based on her history. Unless I'm thinking of someone else, but I'm pretty sure I'm thinking of Cardi B. I think those two. Honestly, this may sound crazy. Those two were made for each other, man.
They were. They are
Stephon Diggs and
probably
Cardi B were made for each other, bro.
honestly dude, Cardi B is the Stephon Diggs of rap, which is
Dude, we
crazy actually.
should do that.
It makes
Compare rap artists to players.
yeah, because that makes perfect sense. I mean, they had a massive hit. There was a time where the casual fan thought Stephon Diggs was one of the best in the game, and I think there was a time where Stephon Diggs was probably the best route runner in the league. But I mean, Cardi B was never like at a technical skill level. But she won a Grammy. And
She
now,
had an all pro. He had an all pro. He had an all pro.
exactly, and this is perfect actually because you can bring up the football accolades. I'll bring up the music ones.
Exactly.
And now Cardi B is washed. Stephon Diggs pretty much washed.
Yeah. Unless he's playing the Bills, then he's gonna be like, who would Cardi B like if Cardi B made a diss track to not be washed? Who would it be against?
Nicki Minaj, and that's like that would be like the Unks still got it, or like Battle of the Unks.
The Bills are Nicki Minaj in this scenario. That's what's happening. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Dude, hold on. I don't know how much time we have left, but I do want to do this bit for a little bit. See if we can
Do
compare.
this bit. We're at an hour and 5 minutes. I do have to do a test, but like, it's open. Nope.
What's a test? Yeah, look,
Yeah,
yeah,
what even is a
legit.
test?
One first team All Pro.
Yeah.
One first team All Pro for Diggs during COVID. And it's like, yeah, that's him, baby. He's him.
Now I'm trying to think of
right.
another one. Who's like,
Let me just give you rap artists, and then I'll have you. All right. This one's an easy one. I think this one's an easy one. Who is Drake in the NFL?
Patrick Mahomes.
Right, there you go. Easy.
Yeah.
Easy comp.
No.
All right. Ooh, I got this one. I like this one. Who's Jay-Z?
That's interesting. Let me think. Aaron Rodgers.
Dude, they're just both old.
Christian McCaffrey.
And then Drake being Mahomes, dude. Just
Wait, who's
Oh,
your
okay.
Jay-Z of football?
Who's my? I don't know. I was gonna say Flacco. I wasn't gonna. I don't know. They're both old. That's all I had, man.
Is there a Kendrick Lamar of the NFL? I think of it like the skill level doesn't match Kendrick Lamar. I think Colin Kaepernick is a serviceable quarterback. At this point, he's probably out of football shape. But
I feel like it'd be Lamar. I think Lamar Jackson just because of the name, but I might maybe it is someone else. I'm not quite sure.
that's true. We'll need to give this some more thought. But Cardi B and Stephon Diggs are definitely made
Yeah,
for each
definitely.
other. Like,
Dude, who would Eminem be if we're thinking NFL?
Michael Vick maybe.
I was gonna go to a white guy, but okay. I was thinking like because white guy, kind of like really fast, kind of old. Like none of them really fit the bill. The only one I could think is like CMC right now.
When Eminem was Slim Shady, that's Michael Vick's dogfighting era.
Oh my god!
And then he
Amazing.
cleaned up his act, and then he just wasn't as. It wasn't the dogfighting that made him cool, but he just wasn't as cool after.
Right. Wasn't as cool after. It's like it's a tough one to be around.
Yeah, or maybe Joe Burrow. He's got some Eminem vibes to him. Marcus Lawton just said that in the chat. Shout out to you.
I could see Joe Burrow. I could. All right, well let's do. This is the perfect one to end on. I feel. Who is the Kanye West of the NFL?
Ooh,
Who was amazing and then fell off entirely.
If it was the NBA, I could give you a handful. With the NFL, I got to think about this for a second. Shador Sanders could be the Kanye of the NFL.
I have. Well, yeah, but like he hasn't been good at the NFL level. I was thinking someone
true.
who was great at the NFL level and then completely fell
Yeah,
off
because
like
Shador hasn't
very quickly.
sniffed. Shador's only got the antics
Yeah,
part down. He hasn't
Shador's
sniffed
not on
the
the.
technical
Shador's
ability.
exactly. I have one in mind.
Aaron Rodgers. It might be Aaron Rodgers.
Wow. Nah,
This,
Unk still got it, man. Unk still has it.
no, oh my god, I hate it. But Aaron, obviously Kanye West is a piece of shit, but I love his music. But Aaron Rodgers, I hate him. I hate Aaron Rodgers. I probably hate Aaron Rodgers more than I hate Kanye. I just shun Kanye. I'm like, I just cringe whenever I see Kanye now. But like when I see Aaron Rodgers, I feel anger.
That's
And like
you know what I was thinking?
he dodged the COVID vaccination. He's Kanye like. Who are you thinking?
I was thinking Deshaun Watson.
No, well, yeah, because he fell off so hard.
The negative end was really bad, but like when he came on like gangbusters, it was gangbusters, dude. Houston had a quarterback. Like I just because my entire life up until knowing about the Texans was their best quarterback was Matt Schaub for like 1 year, and then they had Deshaun Watson. I was like, man, this guy's pretty good. And it made the Texans' offense watchable. And then they had a playoff win against Deshaun Watson, I believe his one and only playoff win, I might be wrong on this, but I believe his one playoff win was against Josh Allen and the Bills. And then he gets sent to Cleveland, and after all this being like a shitty dude, and then completely falls off as a player too. Like, not only did he fall off as a person, or just was always a shitty person, now he's fallen off as the player. And I feel like that's because I'm gonna be a hot take. I think Aaron Rodgers still's got it. All right, I'm watching this man. I think he still got a little bit of sauce to him.
I don't think
I've
he
seen
has
it.
the sauce.
I've seen it.
He's lost his sauce.
He's way better. Listen, I've seen him make some incredible throws this year. He looks like it's between him on the Jets and him on the Steelers. It's like two different universes, man.
I guess Aaron Rodgers hasn't fallen to gave my cousin head levels. Not my words, those are Kanye's.
Yeah. Like, come on, man. Like, don't be smearing A-Rod's name like that.
Don't be smearing his name like that.
Don't be smearing A-Rod's name.
Don't be glazing me, Zoran. Speaking of that, I hope you voted today.
Yeah, make sure y'all vote. Yeah, I hope y'all voted today. Like, come on.
Don't be glazing me, Zoran.
Don't be glazing me, Zoran. Oh, dude, my God.
Curtis Sliwa needs a show. We gotta...
The Sliwa special?
Curtis Sliwa... There's definitely like an all-time high amount of people writing Curtis Sliwa right now. But we've gotta get him on the show. Can you imagine that? This guy was a 4-time. There's this 90-second interview with Curtis Sliwa, and it's so crazy. Like, it just like there's no introduction, or they must have cut the introduction, and the interviewer's like, so like, what music do you listen to? And Curtis Sliwa, like this like 65, 70-year-old native New Yorker with his red beret on, is like, I've been listening to Chainsmokers, Bunk, and like 4 EDM artists that you've never heard of. And then it goes to him.
Yo.
And then it goes to him in front of this like random corner deli, and he goes, "Dill pickle eating champion 4 years in a row." And then he like names the deli where he won this like dill pickle eating contest. And
that's incredible.
Like,
that is amazing.
This man has an insane amount of lore.
This man has. I want to know it now. I want to. There's a biography out there that needs to be written. Someone's got to do it.
That's a fact.
Someone has to do it and let it fly.
Somebody literally write the book on Curtis Sliwa, please. Also, not to mention, he is a Republican running essentially to flip the bird to Andrew Cuomo, which is hilarious. Like,
Listen here, Andrew. Yeah, I'm coming for you.
and like that's exactly what the country needs right now. I won't say out loud who I want to win that race, but probably by process of elimination you could find out. But like Curtis Sliwa is just like he's a swinging dick that is a bird to the party over country garbage that we've been getting, and it is great.
Oh my gosh. Dude, we'll have to get into contact with Mr. Sliwa.
We will.
You should get jerseys. Just a jersey.
A
Like I don't know what
Sliwa Jets jersey would be amazing.
a Knicks jersey would go hard, I feel.
That's a
Because I
fact.
think like I remember they were talking about they were asking, who's your favorite basketball team? And then Zoran goes, the Knicks. And then Cuomo's like, oh, I like the Knicks and the Knicks and the Nets, they both represent New York. And then Sliwa gets into like a crazy story for 40 seconds and then finishes it with, but I root for the Knicks.
Yeah.
Like,
It's fantastic. I think we will close episode 54 of the Primetime with Taff and Phil podcast on that note. I hope you got out and voted today. I hope that Aaron Glenn remains the coach of the New York Jets. Also, I think that after some more thought, I think we are going to get 3 wins this year. We're going to get up to 3-14. Because Quentin Williams and Sauce Gardner have not been having that good of seasons. That good of a season anyway. And we didn't get rid of anybody on the offensive end.
But now you don't have them. So I'm wondering, like, okay, fine. Where are your 2 wins? I'm going to rattle off the 9 opponents that you have.
It's coming next Sunday against the Browns.
So you're going to beat the Browns.
Mm-hmm.
You play the Patriots.
L.
You play the Ravens.
I have a sneaky feeling that we're going to beat the Ravens.
Okay. Falcons.
L.
Dolphins.
W.
Jags.
L.
Saints.
L.
Patriots.
L.
Bills.
L.
So it is. So wait. So you're gonna beat the Browns, Ravens, and Dolphins.
Yep.
You're gonna get 4 wins.
4-13.
So if the Saints are ahead of you in the standings, or below you rather in the standings, they might take Mr. Mendoza, the Indiana kid, the Indiana prospect.
Whatever. I don't know. That's another story for another day. We shall see.
Well, we'll see when they. Who do they have in that?
I'm
Oh
gonna
well,
clean
no.
my
Now the
room
Saints.
and figure out where I'm gonna put my Christmas tree.
Oh, they have you getting. Now they've switched it. It's not. Well, I guess it is a lot of. Apparently there are a lot of quarterbacks because there's 3 going in the top 3 picks that they have. Fernando Mendoza out of Indiana, Ty Simpson out of Alabama would go to Cleveland, and y'all would get Dante Moore out of Oregon.
I gotta figure out my college football quarterback lore because I'm gonna be honest. I couldn't tell you who I want out of those people. I've just heard their names.
I don't know.
I've just heard their names. I don't know.
What's the best sounding name?
Dante Moore, I think.
Really?
Yeah, Dante Moore.
You don't like Fernando Mendoza?
Fernando Mendoza is a good name for sure, but I don't think it's a good quarterback name. I think Dante Moore is.
Dante Moore sounds like a bust at a quarterback name. I'm just gonna keep it a buck and a half.
Fernando Mendoza is the type of name that it's like I don't know. It's like Darko Milicic.
Nah, but I feel like Fernando Mendoza, I feel like it's like, okay, well, they're like, what about like Patrick Mahomes? When that guy came out, I was like, oh man, I don't know about that quarterback name.
If we're going strictly off of his name, Patrick is a regular name. Quarterbacks have regular names. Quarterbacks have regular names. Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes is normal enough. Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. But
I don't know.
if
I feel like
Fernando
that's...
Mendoza was a wide receiver or a corner, I would be very high on Fernando Mendoza.
What about, like... I guess they all are pretty
And
normal. I'm trying
also,
to think
using
of
the
something
word
that's not
normal
normal.
with
Bo
that, my
Nix.
fault.
Bo Nix is kind of
It's
bizarre.
like-
Bo Nix
I
is
guess-
kind of bizarre, right? Come on, man.
Bo
Like,
Nix
dude, like-
is a little bit bizarre. I'll say that.
Yeah, come on, man. Bo Nix. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the C.J. Stroud. I feel like that's kind of a...
That's a pretty regular name.
For a quarterback? You think so? You think so, huh? You think so? You think that's a regular name? Tua Tagovailoa. That's not a quarterback's name.
Tua Tagovailoa is the anomaly. Like
That's not-
Jason
that's not a
Tatum. Let's
quarterback's
talk about that real quick. Why are big? I don't know if you've been on Instagram. You watching at home, Philip White. I know you have. Why are people trying to push Jason Tatum being called the anomaly on us? In what way is he the anomaly when Victor Wembanyama is playing basketball? The only thing that makes Jason Tatum the anomaly is the fact he's a single dad.
Bro, dude, I don't know, man. Would you rather call him Taco J?
I think JT is just fine.
Nah, that's Jonathan Taylor's name. You can't give
Two
him
different
JT.
sports. It's fine. It's fine.
No, you can't. Really? We call him who we nah. I don't like that. Or Big Deuce. We call him Big Deuce.
Big Deuce, yeah. I like that. That's better than the anomaly.
A Big Deuce. I feel like there's a reason people don't call him Big Deuce though.
Big Deuce.
Big Deuce. But like Wembanyama has one. It's Alien. But Victor has the alien nickname, you know?
He does have the alien nickname, but he's also the anomaly. He owns both nicknames.
But no.
Yeah.
Tatum's the anomaly.
Yeah, no. Jason Tatum is he's just like Paul Pierce. He's like the third evolution of Paul Pierce. If the first evolution of Paul Pierce is like John Havlicek, then Paul Pierce is the second evolution. And then Jason Tatum is like Raichu. He's the third evolution. Jason Tatum is just taller, stronger, lankier Paul Pierce.
Dude, I don't know, man.
He's not the anomaly.
Jason Tatum nicknamed the anomaly because of his unique and versatile combination of skills for his size at 6'10", which includes a
How
guard's
about
handle
Victor
and shooting
Wembanyama,
ability.
his unique skill set at 7'4"? Like,
no, that's what AI overview says. And finishing at the rim and a forward size for defending multiple positions. The nickname originated from a social media post and gained traction online before being added to his official list of nicknames on Basketball Reference. But really, the reason why he's called the anomaly is because he's not just corny; he's extra corny.
yeah. His level of corniness is anomalic, if that's the word.
Anomalic. One of one, dude.
He is one of one with his level of corniness. I think we should just call him We Did It.
Dub DI. We did it.
Jason, we did it, Tatum.
Dude, instead of a DWI, it's a WDI. You get hit with that. We did it.
Hell yeah. That'll be the poll. What's Jason Tatum's true nickname? That'll be the poll.
Dude, Big Deuce.
Big
Deuce. It's Big Deuce. Come on. Everybody loves Big Deuce.
Shout out to Big Deuce.
Shout out Big Deuce.
Get well soon, Big Deuce.
Get well soon, Big Deuce. And on a sign, like someone's standing outside this hospital, like, get well soon, Big Deuce.
All right, I think that's how we're going to close today's episode. Episode 54 of Primetime with Taff and Phil. I am going to do my homework and then watch Better Call Saul. And have a beer, potentially.
Whoa! Whoa!
And I'm gonna light this candle. Wait, look at how vibey it gets. Look at how vibey it gets.
We hate candles.
Look at how vibey it gets. Wait. Look at how vibey it gets.
Vibey.
Then I light my candle. Wow. Imagine if there was a Christmas tree somewhere in here. That's what I'm gonna also figure out.
Oh, we're gonna for the Christmas special.
Yo, yeah.
Christmas special.
I'm not
Christmas
putting a real
special.
tree. I'm not putting a real tree in my room though. I you know when I was younger, when I was younger, and I would always be like, guys, let's get a real tree. Guys, let's get a real tree. But it's really crazy, like the idea of like putting a real tree in your house and like having to sweep up pine needles and water it just for the love of the game. Like, dude,
Yeah, because it looks awesome.
get some
Big
freaking
tree.
pine scent in a fake tree.
Get some big tree. No, get real tree. It's like get a real tree, man. Get like a tiny one, like the tiny ones, like Charlie Brown. Get like a Charlie Brown tree. You don't need that many ornaments. You don't need too much storage, and it's just a tiny tree.
I'm gonna get ornaments too. I can't wait to have Christmas tree lights, and I'm gonna have a pine tree candle. I think I have a pine tree candle laying around somewhere. Low key, I'm a big candle guy.
Yeah, because you be stinking up the place. You gotta light candles because you got smelly fart guy.
I do have a tendency to leave an apple core around.
No,
Smells
smelly
really
fart
bad.
guy.
But sometimes I might.
Oh, before we go, I gotta tell a little
Tell a
tale.
tale.
I went to the gas station just to get like a snack, probably like six pack. I don't know. Went there, dude. The sewage treat, like they were doing like the sewage thing, like where they open up like the bottom of like the sewage plant and they like clean it out and whatever. And oh my god, it smelled so unbelievably foul. I don't think I've smelled a worse smell in my entire life. I felt it for like 3 minutes after I had driven away. It was that bad.
That is
It was
awful.
so rancid. It's like imagine if you found a dead body that had been rotting for like a couple weeks. That's what it smelled like.
How do you know what that smells like?
I don't know. Well, okay, hold on. Okay, also, when people say, how do you know what that smells like? You could probably imagine what most things smell and feel like. Like, let me ask you something. Have you ever put a toilet brush up to your mouth, on your tongue?
No.
But can you imagine it right now? What it would feel like?
Probably feel like bristles. I don't know what it would taste
exactly.
like.
Exactly. But you're like, I bet I know what most things feel like. Like, you probably do know what most things feel like. It's just, it's just how that works.
Yeah. I suppose.
You know what most things feel like. Like, that's my take. You know what most things feel like.
I agree. Dang, I didn't know that it was that bad. Driving away for 3 minutes and it's still sticking with you is craziness. All right, before we officially wrap up, Jay has some. Let's read Jay's chats. Thank you for hopping in and watching the prime time with Taff
Thank you
and
guys
Phil.
for watching, dude.
He says, I challenged Taff to write a Jets song to the 12 Days of Christmas for the Christmas special. I can do that. Speaking of which, I starred in a music video, in my friend's music video. Look up Debt Collector by Sonny Mix and Gavin.
I did see that. The acting chops. Little acting chops. Don't make that face, man. Oh man, you lost. Man, talk about how to lose credibility. Just going.
This is going in my portfolio. That's me when I look surprised.
Dude, me, my acting portfolio, just making faces at a camera, like.
For a split second.
Yeah, what do you? What? Show us how you are when you're happy.
That was like looks like that was more like immense pain, honestly. Okay, and then Jay also says that drive was to get your backwoods. We know, Phil. They don't call you Philly Blunts for nothing. Yeah, he smells like weed all the time. All the time.
No, I smell like flowers. I smell like a flower, and that's cool. And I'm not ashamed. All right.
What kind of flower? All right. Thank you all for watching. Go Jets. I hope you voted.
Here we go.
Curtis Lewa.
Steelers.
In all likelihood, Mr. Evan Simon starting quarterback for Temple football, will be on here with us next Tuesday. It might be a different day of the week. We shall see. But yeah.
Let's go.
I hope your Halloween was amazing.
Oh yeah.
I
No
hope
razor blades, right?
I hope you didn't have any razor blades in your candy.
I hope you didn't find any Jets highlights in your handy, dude.
I hope you did.
Hope you-
They're hard to
I hope
come
you
by.
didn't
That's
find.
a rare
I hope
thing.
you didn't find Mark Sanchez in your candy, dude.
Yeah, I hope Mark Sanchez wasn't wandering the streets drunk wherever you were
Yeah, I hope you didn't
trick-or-treating.
find him in your Reese's peanut butter cup. Oh man,
That would
would have been
suck. That would suck.
no bueno.
Alrighty, people of Earth. I bid you a farewell. Good night. We will see you on Saturday or Sunday.